dreamers of dreams.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to animate in alight motion because this is a requested tutorial. Now I'm first going to go over the basics on how to use alight motion, and the next tutorial will be about how I actually animate in it, how to animate a character, gacha or drawn. I'll first do one of gacha, and then in the same video I'll do one of a drawing. Now, first thing first is to make a new project. I made that project for some reason. I just have it there. Now I usually use the basic set. I prefer for YouTube to have the resolution pretty high, maybe around here, the highest you can get, 4K, and keep the canvas size 16:9 because that's recommended for YouTube. Frame rate, I usually keep it about 30 frames per second, and background transparent because I usually cover it with a green screen anyways. Thanks for your project. Now, here we have the 4 things on the side: shape, image and video, audio, and elements. We also have freehand drawing, vector drawing, and text. And then we have the bottom. Watermark can be changed of side, top or bottom. I usually prefer it on the bottom, depending on how I'm going to be animating or where the character's position will be. Now here we're in shapes, and we have a variety of shapes that that alight motion gives us. Now, first thing for the green screen, I usually take a normal square and make it bigger. Then here we have border and shadow, color and fill, blending and opacity, effects, edit shape, move and transform, which is what we use for animating. Now we're going to go to color and fill and change it to green screen. Now we have the green screen. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a shape. How about we add, how about we add this thing? Make it bigger. Now, again we have the same things of border and shadow, color and fill, blending and opacity, effects, edit points. We also have where you can, in the shapes, you can edit how the character looks a bit by swiping here to move the points. But that we don't really need. The most important thing is move and transform. Here is a stupid mistake. If you're trying to animate something, to move it you have to swipe here, not on the screen like in CuteCut. If you move it on the screen like CuteCut, you're not actually moving the project to animate it. Now, let's get into the 4 assets here. Move and transform, rotation, skew, and this thing which I'm not sure what it's called. I think this is skew and this is something else. Anyways, one thing which is very important while animating is the pivot point. The pivot point dictates how your character will rotate. To activate the pivot point in alight motion, you go to move and transform and then press the icon of the arrows again to move and then move the pivot point on this pad you get on the side. I'm going to move it up, and you see how the direction of the rotation changes? If I move the pivot point to, let's say, the arm, it'll be much different when rotating it. Now, something else which are very important. You have things called bookmarks, which I would say are very helpful. Bookmarks, let's say I want to move here whenever I'm animating. That will be like one of the most important keyframes. So like that, if I press here like this, then like that. That's how you get the bookmark. Then another thing which is very important is this. These are the keyframes. You can take and move away the keyframes. Let's add 2 keyframes. Move the pivot point. Let's move it here. Go here and then add again. And rotate it. As you can see, the character rotates. Another thing you can do is easing. Cubit-based or easing. There are different types of easings, but I usually don't use them that much, so I can't really explain it to you. And that's pretty much the basics of alight motion. In the next video will be about how to actually animate a character, but there is a few things else I would like to explain. One thing is our effects. Usually to get like the effects like wave warp and all those, you need to have the premium, which I don't have. Of course, things like squeeze, exposure, and gamma, these type of things do come for free. You do get, of course, some for free, but not all of them. Anyways, that's it. Next episode will be on how to actually animate a character in alight motion. Hope this somewhat helped.